What's going on, guys? Unknown Player here, and today we'll be rounding up all the latest Destiny news and announcements from Bungie once again. So with the Dawning now out, Bungie released another blog post detailing some of their plans for the near future. Cosmo also made a separate blog post about something a lot of us have been asking for in regards to a balancing patch, and I'll also be talking about some other secret items in the game files which have popped up, which are definitely very weird. So in the post, Deej mentioned how this will be the last blog post of the year and will return in January to talk about Iron Banner and a few other things. Last year they took a break from I think like New Year's all the way to January 21st, so quite a long time, basically silence for a couple of weeks. Hopefully it's not as long this year, but things will go quiet from Bungie's end until they return. So Deej said, we've got playtests of new content to share with each other. Each of us has pet projects to get some love and attention when special occasions interrupt the regular flow of development. You'll see us on social networks and forums where we stay connected, and of course there'll always be a Bungie squad in the building to ensure the game can flow. So he mentioned playtests of new content. I wonder if he means more similar events like the Dawning or Crimson Doubles, but either way, he's probably referring to some kind of holiday event. Now, me personally, I do think it's quite likely we will see a return of Crimson Doubles, in at least a similar fashion to how it was last year. At the most, I'm hoping to make it a little bit bigger and better, but based on how the live team has been recently, it does look like 2017 will at least have a couple live events here and there to kind of entertain us before Destiny 2, of course. So the next thing I want to talk about is to do with the notably absent balancing patch that was missing from the Dawning event, and of course a lot of people wondering if there's going to be one. So Cosmo, of course, one of the Bungie community managers, said he spoke with the sandbox team that balances the weapons in the game. This is part of running a dialogue between us where I make sure they receive your feedback. I want to make sure we give you some information about their process. So this is from the sandbox team, and this is what they said in regards to a weapon balancing patch. So they said, while we didn't include a balancing patch in the Dawning, we are listening to your feedback. As we wage wars in the playtest labs, we're taking a lot of things into account: player data, your feedback, and your own gameplay experiences. We've heard the conversation and felt for ourselves the shotgun dominance, and yes, we see you Matador 64, but we feel strongly that our goal shouldn't be to nerf them into the ground, and instead we're looking for situations that could bring shotguns into a better state of balance with the rest of the guns in the game. In doing this, we would still want shotguns to be effective and fun to wield. We could quickly and easily break shotguns and call it a day, but it's important that we explore positive changes that make Destiny fun for everyone. And then Cosmo said the right time and place for a deployment of sandbox changes is something we'll investigate further in the new year. So that's essentially Bungie's response to anyone wondering where the weapon tuning and balancing is in the Dawning patch. Of course, a lot of people did expect some balancing in the 2.5.0 update, but of course, like I said, Bungie are working on stuff, and Cosmo did make that post a few weeks back, which was in response to someone suggesting instead of nerfing shotguns, they should buff primaries, instead of just nerfing stuff that seem overpowered, buff other stuff to bring them in line and hopefully make a better Crucible. So Cosmo did reply to that and ask for some feedback, and obviously that was indicating they were looking into that, and it appears that's what the team is doing. But like I also said in the video, buffing primaries and making things in line with shotguns and making everything on the same level is way easier said than done. It's so difficult to buff so many, like tens of different archetypes of weapons and make them all be effective. It's a lot more easy to just nerf shotguns, but like Bungie said, that's not what they want to do, and they'd rather take the more complicated route of pushing stuff up instead of just nerfing the one shotgun category down. But it's still funny they mentioned the Matador 64 by name. That's definitely being looked at, but instead of just nerfing that weapon and then seeing something else pop up, they're going to be trying to buff other things and probably make everything a little bit more balanced. So like Cosmo said, they're going to investigate the deployment of this sandbox update later in the new year, so expect something probably January or February. So still got a little bit to wait, but essentially that's what Bungie are doing about weapon balancing. So the next thing I want to talk about is a couple of really strange items that have popped up in the database and essentially in the Destiny game files with the Dawning update. These are all classified, and there are a lot of them. There's probably like 50 in total. They all just say classified with a normal classified image, with a description that says all will be revealed in time, young Padawan. So obviously that's a Star Wars reference if you don't know that. But there you go, very vague description, really just strange if you ask me, with a Star Wars reference in there. And no idea what this could be for. I've seen a lot of people tweet me pictures and asking what these actually mean. But honestly, I can't think of 50 items that could be secret in the game files. It's obviously not secret exotics or shaders. There's 50 of them, or probably even more. There is a ton of these items in the game, so I'm really wondering what they could be. Obviously, Bungie took the time to write in this classified description, and they're kind of teasing us because they're there, they're kind of in the open, but not at the same time. So there you go, some really strange images, but apparently all be revealed in young time at Padawan. So maybe it's stuff for Crimson Days or some January event. Who knows, but I thought I'd mention that. If you're asking me, I've literally got no idea, just as much as anyone. But let me know your speculation and thoughts in the comment section. What do you think these items are? Do you reckon they're leftover code or stuff for future events? Let me know what you think in the comment section. So Bungie also talked about the Dawning in general when it going live, and also some bug fixes and issues they're aware of that they'll be fixing very soon. They talked about how excited they were to finally add snow to the tower, seeing as people have been asking for it apparently since Destiny launch, and they want to see snow in the tower for Christmas, so they finally did it. They also released both of the official Dawning soundtracks for everyone for free to download if they want to. I know a lot of people asking if they can get it or if it's available anywhere, but there you go, they released it for free. And now in terms of some issues they're aware of, so you may have already noticed, but that really cool set of gear you can get from the Dawning treasure boxes, that gear doesn't actually properly display stats like intellect and discipline and strength. It does have those, but it doesn't display them properly in the menu or in the actual inspect menu, so you can't see those, but it does have those stats. They're of course working on that. They said if the timer expires during an SRL race when nobody crosses the finish line, then placings can get messed up a little bit, and there are also some bugs with medals not counting. And the final thing, which is actually pretty funny, is that Memory of Felwinter artifact, that of course takes away your super, and it prevents you from using the super mechanic to take down the boss's shield in the new Nexus Mine strike. So be advised, if for whatever reason you were to use the Memory of Felwinter artifact, that basically stops you from using the super, seeing as it takes it away. So that's a bug, and then of course we're fixing that as well. So there you have it, that is the final roundup of all the news and announcements from Bungie, things they're working on, aware of, and things that will be coming out very soon. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, as always, a like rating would be much appreciated, and leave your thoughts down below in the comment section about everything I've mentioned. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.